Hello everyone, Andrew here with a quick YouTube video. In this one we're gonna do a breakdown of the EURUSD trade. I've been calling EURUSD long since this morning. There was a perfect setup for me, and I also called the targets, which was 0.97, which got hit now, and 0.98, which is probably gonna be hit tomorrow or by the end of the week. I talked about this trade on the free Telegram group that you can check. The link is in the description, and also here on the left is my trade that I took. I took profits along the way, of course. I just paid myself and left the runner to run. So let's get quickly into it. EURUSD has been dropping for a while now. Of course, as you probably know, we had this huge drop, another huge drop, and then we kind of had a reaction, a bullish reaction, and some structure that we could play off. It's gonna be an important lesson about liquidity, because price usually goes where liquidity is. So liquidity is like a magnet for price. So looking at the 1 hour, you can see here how we did break structure, but price came back to this supply on the 1 hour and then just continued to put new lows into the market, not doing any bullish order flow. But if we look on the 50 minutes, ever since Monday, when we had this huge drop in Asia session, which was around 160 pips, I've told everyone that this Asia low is gonna be taken out before price will start moving up. So next day came in, Tuesday, we created a new Asia low, we had some bullish movement, and then price kind of consolidated down to the end of the day to take out this Asia low, but this Asia low was still intact. So let's see what today did. Asia session came lower, so it did take the Asia low, but still Asia low. Asia made a low. So usually this is something about price. New York and London don't usually let Asia have the low of the day or the low of the week. So when I saw this low being created, the Asia low, I knew that price is gonna take it out and then reverse. So I just waited for that, waited for London Open to come. And if we look at the price section right now, if we look on the 1 minute, because I was following the 1 minute price action at this low right here to see what happens. London Open usually brings a lot of volatility in, so price will give a really big reaction where you can probably set break even. So let's see what happened. We see here price came right 1 minute before London Open and then closed here. So we had taken liquidity in the last candle, 1 minute candle before London Open. So immediately after I saw this candle close, I executed a buy. This is from experience. I also use the seconds time frame to enter this trade, but mostly because of the 1 minute closure and also Asia session. So I entered there, I covered the low, so that was about 5 pips, and that was my first entry, which I actually took profits around, I think, 0.96. That was my first target. But if we look at the 1 minute price section, you'll probably see that we had many opportunities to take other buys. For example, we did make a change of character here, the 1 minute charge to the upside. So what that tells me is that price is going to come back and mitigate, right? So we need to find that zone. In this case, there was a 5-second zone right here that you could have taken on the 1 minute. This is not clear, but the others are gonna be, so let's not take that into consideration. So now we can just wait to see if this high gets taken out, so then we can have another pullback basically. And here you can see how we did have another break of structure, so price broke higher. So what that means is price will have a retracement back into a POI to mitigate. In this case, our POI was this week right here. It was that week because we had inducement prior to the POI. So this acts as liquidity and inducement to that POI. So that was another good entry, another good re-entry if you couldn't execute first. But that was like a 2 pip stop loss, targeting again 0.96. But if we follow price action, what we can see is price makes a new break of structure, okay, and then what happens, comes back into the POI, which is this one, or just the week as an extreme, which could have been another nice re-entry. Now usually these trades hold, but EURUSD did some nasty stuff, let me call it that. You'll see in a second, but it's important also to know when to take profit. So you see we have this imbalance right here. So between this area there was a big imbalance in the 5 minutes, and usually what I teach my students is if we have a huge bullish movement or bearish movement, just take profits, especially if price moves a lot. This 5 minute candle had 21 pips, almost 22 pips. So when you see a candle like that, a big volume coming in and pushing, just take profits, because price 95% of the time will have a retracement because it had a huge push. So you need to secure profits there. If you don't, then you're gonna see what happens. You get stopped out, break even, right? So always secure profits, and that would have been like 26 picks, 1 to 10. This would have been 1 to 15, and my initial position, I took profits around here also at a 1 to 8. Always take profits, always pay yourself. So let's take a look at what price did. It came back into, first of all, here, because we had some unmitigated areas, all right? So this was, and we also had this right here, okay? So let's see what price does on the 1 minute. It comes, barely touches it, and then let's see what happens. Price makes a change of character, and then that would have been another entry right here. Why? Because we made the change of character right here. Price came into the extreme and just as here, cover the low, 3 pips, and then go break even, and let's see what happens. Price does come out lower. So in this case, basically couldn't have done anything, just re-enter right now at the extreme. So that would have been an option. This is what I did. So this was my second trade. When price came into the extreme, I just executed on the 1 minute. I executed because the stop loss was like 5 pips. So I can take a 5 pip stop loss if that means price will give me a nice risk reward. And my target for this one was 0.96 because it is an institutional level, first of all. Second of all, we also had Asia higher here that is liquidity, and price usually takes it up. And let's go forward, see what happens. Price plays around a bit in that area, creates some bullish order flow, and then what we do have this POI here that was created. All right, price comes back into it, and as you can see, it's just exploded to the target, taking out all liquidity. Now this is the moment where a lot of you I saw in the free Discord group and in my DMs that you guys panicked because you didn't know what's happening. What happened is that price took liquidity. So price follows liquidity, price follows its targets. So the first target of the day was to take out Asia low, which was taken, give an initial push, give a retracement for an entry, and then push to the objective, which the objective in this case was the 0.96 level, which was just around the Asia high. So price pushed there, took out the target, the objective was met, and then what happens, because we took liquidity to the upside, it's time to take some more liquidity to the downside. So when a move like this happens, when it's just way bullish or bearish, is like 60 pips in 2 minutes, if price decides to come really aggressive to the downside, it's not gonna react from this order block. Like, don't be like most money traders where they just take this order block in and just put a buy limit there. It's not gonna hold. That's way too easy, right? Price will need to take out liquidity. So what that means is that it's gonna come lower. So where's liquidity in this case? It's around here, okay, and around here if it ever comes to the extreme. You can see how we also had this POI which wasn't fully mitigated. So let's see what price does. You can see how aggressive it comes down. So when you see that happen, a 1 minute candle coming right into the extreme POI, a 20 pip candle in 1 minute, you need to execute a buy. Even if it puts you higher because of spread, you need to execute a buy, because first of all, your stop loss to cover this low is gonna be 6 pips. Second of all, because it comes so aggressive into the POI, you're gonna have a reaction, so you can put break even really fast. So this is what happened. Price came in really aggressive and then gave an opportunity to go break even. So this was my third trade of the day. I took multiple trades, so this was my third trade of the day. Now for this trade, because we took liquidity to the upside, to the downside, it's obvious that it's bullish. It wasn't continue higher, especially looking at the 4 hour. You can see the 4 hour also made the change of character, so that was another reason for that big retracement, because we did make a change of character on the 4 hour right here. So price immediately had a bearish reaction. I'm gonna target the next objective of price, which is 0.9. So that was my second target, because I know price wants to go to the objective. So that was my second target. And now price did leave some re-entries. For example, it left this amazing doji right here, which, let's see what happens. Price comes directly into it. Right now builds out liquidity. You can see how it's building liquidity. And then let's see, he touch it, he comes in, takes liquidity, and he can basically take another trade right there. So that was another good trade. Could have taken it. Bigger stop loss if you wouldn't wait for confirmation. If you want to wait for confirmation, then you could probably have entered here, use a smaller stop loss like 4 pips, and yeah, you have been safe, I guess. Price did play around a bit, and you could just probably re-enter here also if you got stopped out. Anywhere in this area, it's pretty safe. And I think price did decide to move higher. So you can see how many opportunities there were here. You could have also waited for a 1 minute change of character, which actually happened. First of all, it happened here because we did take out the low and then we took out the high, and then price came to the flip zone, which was this one. Could have entered here, a bigger stop loss just to cover, or you could have waited for the next break of structure, which happened here, and then just wait for the remitigation, and enter there with a smaller stop loss, 4 pips, and just target that higher time frame objective, which is 0.97. Even if it's 146 pips, you can see now how we did touch it, and we are breaking it higher right now because price wants to have that pullback. It was overextended, and now it's pushing towards the 0.98 level, which is probably gonna hit tonight or Asia session or tomorrow's session for sure. So that's about it for this quick breakdown video. I hope it was pretty clear. Don't forget to join the free Telegram group. I sometimes post setups like this and what I'm waiting, when I'm waiting, and why I'm waiting, and then probably explaining them. So this was a really nice trade. I'm done for the week trading because just 3 trades, the risk reward was insane, no losses, everything was clean. You only need something like this once a month and you're making your profits. And like how many profit you want, you're just gonna make it no losses. It's perfect. So saying that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.